Hello, welcome. My name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Leanne Jamison. She is the owner and founder of Essentially Zenful, where she helps professional women during transitional stages of their life. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Leanne.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Bryce. It's an
Excellent.
honor to be here.
Thanks. What was life like before you got into, coaching and, what was the catalyst that brought you into the field?
Wow. Well, I am a professional, being a professional woman myself, right? I understand what it's like to climb the corporate ladder. So I was very busy proving myself to all the people around me that I knew what I was doing. I was working a lot of hours. So again, being in like an executive director position and with the C levels, sometimes I would look around and just be the only woman. So there was a lot of transformation and transitions that I had to go through. And in order to do that, I had to really dig deep. So during my transitions, it was looking at why am I working so much? There's so much demand. I was really struggling with looking at how I'm supposed to have it all together, right? I'm this professional woman that is in corporations, big corporations, creating programs, and really sort of with like the big dogs. So while I was trying to prove myself and while I was trying to better understand what it was like to be in the corporate world, right? And be with other executives, I really struggled with like a work-life blend, right? So here I am professionally. Professionally, I am trying to figure it all out, feel my voice, understand my voice with all of these powerful people. And when I first started out, I had a really difficult time in feeling like I could speak my truth and speak my voice amongst all of these other, like I said, like big dogs, right? And it was a really difficult time. So that's what was happening professionally. Then in order to overcome that, I started working more. I started trying to prove myself. I found myself working 6 or 7 days, like weeks straight, and 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And then on the flip side, in my personal life, there's all these pressures too. Like I said, like keeping it all together. You have it all together. You make it to all your kids' functions. You are making it home for dinner. So I was feeling a lot of guilt. So here I was feeling insecurities professionally as I'm, climbing. And over here, personally, I'm feeling a lot of guilt and a lot of pressure that, hey, you are putting your profession, you're putting your career over, your family, which was not okay. I mean, I remember the first the first Halloween that I missed, and I was telling I was talking to my mother, and I was telling her about how upset I was because, my husband didn't take the kids out. She's like, well, you should have been there. Right. So here's the pressure from personal, and then the pressure from professional. And that was my catalyst. I was looking around and I was just like, there has got to be a better way. I can't maintain this. I'm not sure what that looks like, but it has to be different. So being able to really dig in deep and look internally at what my internal blocks were in order to find, again, like this pathway. So it's been like 10 years truly of trying to figure this all out and doing my own work and removing my internal obstacles and my self-limiting beliefs so that I could find a more authentic way to live for myself. So that was really, I don't know if you were looking for all of that, but that was truly the catalyst and just trying to figure out that work-life blend, overcoming my own perfectionism, overcoming my own insecurities, and just really honing in on what my big life purpose was and being true to that and being authentic with that in the face of my own fears, right? Because there's some sense of stability and achievement within the corporate world. And then when you're getting ready to step out, again, it's like those internal blocks, but there are also other, people, very well-meaning people in my life who are just like, "Ooh, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you're going to step out? Are you sure you're going to let go of all that insecurity?" So really leaning into the fear of that, moving past that, like I said, releasing and removing those internal obstacles and self-limiting beliefs so that I could really hone in on my own authenticity and move forward and continue to do that. So that was the catalyst for essentially Zenful. Is I went through 10 years of, what I consider, I'm like, some of that was pretty unnecessary suffering. Like, I don't want other professional women to take 10 years to have to remove some of that. So once I found this roadmap for myself, doing all of my own internal work, removing those barriers, internal barriers, and allowing me to just fully accept myself for who I am, I was able to lean into my authenticity. And that's what I want. I've created this roadmap for other professional women so that they don't have to take 10 years of suffering, so that they can, during transitional stages, they are able to really dig in, know their voice, be true to themselves, and really hold into a space of authenticity for themselves.
Let me ask you this question. So this is a two-part question. Which one do you think is the order of operations? To put in a new belief or to remove the old beliefs? Which one should you do first?
I think you have to do it simultaneously. Truly, right? So it is about being able to increase awareness. So that's, of course, the first thing. The foundation, my belief and what I have learned, the foundation is very much in like mindfulness and meditation so that we can get quiet and become aware. We're so busy, focusing on all these different things. And again, they're important things, right? Focusing on our family, focusing on our partners, focusing on the world. Well, it's important to get quiet so that we know how we're functioning, right? Are we conditioning, or are we functioning out of our conditioned self, which is more of a fear-based, right? It's how we've been conditioned to believe and think. It's not who we were put on this earth to be. We are unlimited spiritual beings, and like honing in on that. So of course we need to become aware that we have these limiting self-beliefs, that we have this conditioned chatter that's constantly motivating us. And so much of it is unconscious, so much. I remember reading a study that said like 90% of our emotions we're not even aware of. So being able to get quiet and, become quiet enough to become aware that this is happening so that we can then. So I guess it's just becoming aware. And in order to remove them, we really have to hone in on who we truly are, who we were meant to be, these unlimited spiritual beings with like unlimited potential, right? We put our own barriers up. It's up to us to break those down so that we can move past them and really, again, live. When we're in our authentic selves, when we're in alignment with that, we are the majority of the time like joyful and passion, like filled with passion and energy, because we're doing what we were meant to do. So again, it's both, right? Simultaneously becoming aware so that we can know what we're saying to ourselves that's really creating this fear and limiting us, so that we can move past that transition, really embrace change, because that's a lot of fear-based condition when we're moving from one transformation to another. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of doubt. So it's about leaning into that faith and leaning into, who we were put on this earth to be. So.
Can you talk about having patience while under pressure? Because just like the last thing that you were saying, how there's a lot of fear and doubt, and oftentimes when you're going through transition, there's a little bit of a time between you actually see the payoff. Can you talk about, maybe how to stay more positive and how to really hold those fears and doubts at bay?
Oh goodness, yeah. So it's a daily thing. It's a daily task. So I would say, for what I encourage people to do and what I do myself, is making sure that I have the time in the morning, throughout the day, and also in the evening to hone in on what's going on with me. So getting quiet enough to, bless you, I don't know if that was a sneeze or a cough, but
Yeah.
um, so so yes, in the morning, starting off that your day with a nice meditation. I do a chakra clearing meditation, so I really encourage people to do that to just make sure, where am I blocked? You know, what areas in my body are blocked? And it's like, I mean, different for different people. Mine is about 25-30 minutes long, to just sit and be still as soon as I wake up, making sure that I get my stretches in and my yoga in the morning. And then journaling is huge. Journaling gratitudes, because again, wherever our lens is, wherever our focus is, I think about like a flashlight, or like, one of those headlamps, where it's like, well, wherever I'm focusing, wherever I'm putting my attention, that's what I'm going to believe, right? Whatever I perceive to be true is going to be true. So if I'm coming from a place of fear and scarcity, that's what my reality is going to be. I'm going to see lack everywhere. I'm not going to think that there's enough compassion, love, abundance of anything if I'm coming from a place of fear and scarcity. So opening up and making it intentional. I mean, it's very, very intentional behavior. So there's the mindset shift, right, of looking at abundance, but then it's like there's also the action that follows it. How am I going to go throughout my day believing in abundance and seeing abundance? So again, it's just like those intentions throughout the day, and so much of our day too. So I did, oh my goodness, I did this intensive tracking when I first started, of where my mind was at, what my actions were. And it was literally like every 15 minutes being aware. And that was something that one of my mentors said. She's like, you've got to be acutely aware of what is happening. So being able to do that, it's easier to know when I'm out of alignment and needing to shift back and doing something in order to shift back. So I would say intention, meditation, again, it goes back to that increased awareness, so that we know, and then knowing how to shift back. So, I mean, like, I dance, I sing, something to bring joy, right, throughout the day. It's not just all meditation and yoga. It's about being fully present.
Mm, excellent. Just kind of switching gears, talking about vision. What is the vision for as far into the future as you like to think about?
Ooh. So I'm a visionary. I am a big thinker. So that's why I ended up getting a mentor to help me bring it back down, and take the actions and steps that I needed to. So I see an amazing wellness retreat center that offers intensives, it offers weekends, it offers week intensives, and it offers even longer programs. Like, I have a 3-month coaching program right now. My ideal is to have a year-long coaching program. But, I want to have a wellness retreat center where professional women can come and realign with their authentic selves, really work through some of those self-limiting beliefs, and moving consistently into their authentic self. So, I mean, being able to offer those intensives. And I also want to collaborate. This is what I see: collaboration with other healers all around the world, to bring them in to this wellness retreat center so they can have their intensives. So just a huge healing place of empowerment and authenticity and growth and connection. Connection is huge. We were put on this earth to connect, and it's just, to be able to do that is beautiful.
Excellent. Just kind of also thinking about our goals and stuff, what does the word success mean to you?
Oh gosh, success. It's funny because it's shifted. It's shifted throughout my 10 years of internal work. It's probably been longer than that, my internal work, but just intensively. So it used to mean achievement through external forces, right? Achieving that. Again, it's climbing that corporate ladder. If I just make X amount of money, if I just get this title, if I just, so shifting from that to success is being able to reach as many people as I possibly can and impact their life so that they can live their own authentic, enriched life. Mm-hmm. So seeing other women rise above, and this expands to everybody, right? I don't want to just say, I'm so exclusive, but that's my niche, is professional women, but all people living in their authentic lives and living a joyous and free and compassionate and loving life. That's success, being able to help people move into alignment with their spirit and their essence, because that is what will bring people together and create a world filled with just compassion and connection.
Nice. Do you have anything new going on? I know you said you mentioned like a 3-month program. Do you have any books or conferences or openings for your program?
So I do have, right now I'm in the middle of my 3-month program for professional women. It's actually called Next Level Life Purpose. So I'm in the middle of that, and I am actually starting to get together for a 5-day free workshop. I have a group for Next Level Life Purpose for professional women. That's my group on Facebook. So I'm launching a 5-day free workshop in July. I want to say it's July 13th. Don't quote me on that. I was just talking to my VA about it. So yeah, we're going to be launching into that, and then I'm gearing up to offer another 3-month program for professional women that is coming in, I would say probably beginning of August. So yeah, so it takes them through, like with those programs, it actually takes them through their transitions and transformation. So I'm considered a transformational life coach. I'm also a licensed professional counselor. I'm a certified professional clinical supervisor, and really just looking at honing in on this transformational, coaching. To, again, with the 3-month program, it is a roadmap for them. There's different like evaluations and assessments to help them hone in on what their essence is, and also what they need, their personal roadmap too, for where are they lacking and what can they utilize. I hate to say lacking, but like, again, if you're looking at this pie chart, I'm trying to keep it all together and keep it all, everything is important: physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, connection, family. So a lot of time women come to me when they're out of balance. So to get them back into balance and into their authentic living and into alignment, is, again, we create this beautiful roadmap to break through some of those self-limiting beliefs to help them, move through their transformation and transition. So that's what's coming up. As far as books, I mean, goodness, there's so many ideas that I have. Started, a book probably a year ago. My dad passed away in August suddenly, and that really spurred on some like writing and creativity. And a lot of times you'll see that's when my blog started. So, again, that's another avenue of creativity for me. I love to write. I love to express myself, and I express myself through creating programs. I have live trainings every single week on my Facebook page or on my Facebook group. And then with, writing the book, we'll get back to it. I think there's more growth coming. So always, right? The only thing constant is change and growth. So
how can people go to learn more about you? Where can they go to connect with you further?
Sure. So I have a website. It's www.easyliving.space. And there is also Essentially Zenful is my Facebook page. I'm trying to think. I'm also on, it's like Easy Living site is my Facebook page. It's Essentially Zenful is my Facebook. But also, you can find me, Leanne Jamison, on Instagram, Twitter, and also, just email me. If you get to my page, there's a way to email me and call me. My phone number's on there on Facebook.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bryce. It was wonderful being here today.
Excellent. And for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you got some great value out of this. Now, if you've been searching for a place where people are improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go ahead and check out our free community. I'm going to put some links either above or below the video. It's basically a mastermind where people come together and support each other every single day. So if that is what you've been searching for, go on ahead and check out the links and join us inside that community. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.